Kelly. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Klang, Selangor. That's about it.
What will you be speaking on today?
So the title of my message is called For People Like Us.
Okay, great. So you know you have 4 minutes?
Yes.
Are we ready? We'll count down?
So my story will be based on the second book of Samuel, describing the life of Absalom, King David's son. 2 Samuel chapter 13 to chapter 15. So in the Bible, Absalom is known for his hair, his flawless appearance, but most importantly, he is known for his rebellion against his own father, David. And so I would like to speak from the perspective of Absalom as a son, desperately looking for his father's attention. So in the book of Samuel, we find that Absalom spent 2 full years plotting a revenge against his own brother for raping his sister. And after killing his own brother, he ran away for 3 years, hiding in his grandfather's place. And when he was asked to return by David, he returned immediately. And when they finally met face to face, he spent 4 years plotting his revenge against David and his throne. And that is actually 11 years in total. And I realized that in all of Absalom's pursuit, he was actually going after what David really, really loved. For one, when he killed Amnon, David's firstborn, in the Bible, David really loved Amnon. And secondly, when he fled after killing Amnon, he came back immediately when David called him back. And just to see David face to face after David called him back, he actually set David's commander's barley field on fire so that David would call him and to see him. And lastly, he went after David's kingdom. He went after David's throne. And it might seem easy and very straightforward to call Absalom a very rebellious son, throwing like an adult-sized tantrum. But if you actually take a closer look, we will see that Absalom was simply trying to look for David's attention, where David loved the most. It is as if he was waiting for that one day that David would finally see Absalom himself as his prized possession. Unfortunately, Absalom did not live to see that day because he died while fighting against David. There is a saying that goes, "You're born looking like your parents, but you die looking like your decisions." Absalom tried so hard to be like David. In fact, he wanted to be a better version of David, but he failed miserably. If only he knew that just as he can't replace David, no one else can replace him. Absalom's story is for those of us who are looking for love and affection in all the wrong places, until we lose our sense of identity and purpose in life. Absalom's story is for people like us, to remind us that we don't need to seek love from outside, but we need to look for love from God Himself. Thank you so much.
Okay, so there are 3 judges, so I'm going to maybe focus on one particular point, and then the other judges can focus on the other parts, right? So for me, I'd like to just comment on the stage presence and a bit of the delivery. So thank you so much for the message, very good. And I like the confidence you exude, you display, you maintain eye contact. I know you had notes, you had to look at it, but then you tried to look at the audience as much as possible, so that's very commendable. I like that you put a smile on as much as possible, because some of the things you were talking about is not like very happy stuff, but then you put a smile on and there was warmth, so there's a warmth there and you're connected with the audience, and like the tone of voice that you use, you change it, so there were dynamics, and so I really appreciated that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelly. I thought it was a very fresh perspective at looking at this story. So I've never seen it like this before. And I think you teased us a little bit with the title For People Like Us. And I was wondering, like, what is this about? And I love how you delivered the message. And then at the end, you tied it all together and you emphasized again why this message is for people like us. So I thought that was really good. And it really got my attention as well. Thank you.
Just want to say that the content was really solid because you used the scripture throughout the whole message, And to be very honest, I've heard of the story, but you put in so many details that I never noticed. Even different names that came up. I was like, was that in there? Okay. So that was really good. However, I guess I would say, if you had some kind of visual to catch some attention, it would be definitely helpful. All right? Okay, that's all.